Hey folks, me again. This is my little rendition of Game of the Week. They're back. Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning at Foxborough. Game of the Week. Maybe the year here, folks. This game has AFC Championship written all over it. I think what we saw last week versus the Chiefs, the question of can the Broncos offensive line protect Manning got answered. No sacks, no fumbles, 2 knockdowns. Challenge accepted. Add to this Wes Welker's first game in Foxborough since leaving the Pats for the Broncos. Wes Welker got a concussion last weekend, but I don't think it's as severe as everybody seems to think it is. And Wes Welker is one of those guys that he don't care. Put me in, coach. Let me play. That's his attitude. He's going to have a good game. I'm not going to say he's going to have a big game, but he's going to have a good game. I'm going to be watching, and if you have Eric Decker on your fantasy pool, play him. I see him getting a lot of catches this week. Sean Marino is also going to have a big game. And on the D side, I'm looking for Sean Phillips and Von Miller to have really good games against Tom Brady. On the Pat side, don't bother playing any of the running backs. Ridley, Blount, Vereen, none of them. The Broncos defense has the 3rd run stop in the league. Okay? Look for Gronk and Dobson to be the big horses for your fantasy pool this week in this game. This game is going to be high scoring, so don't get flustered if you have the Pats or the Broncos D in your pool. Neither are going to have big points this weekend. You have 2 of the greatest quarterbacks of all time going head-to-head. This spells trouble for both defenses. Now, on to the receiving cores. Danny Amendola versus Wes Welker. Yes, Welker has a slight concussion, like I said before, but I still take him over Amendola all day and twice on Sunday. Demaryius Thomas versus Aaron Dobson. Let's face it, Manning has proven time and time again, you can't cover Demaryius. Whereas Dobson, well, he's having a decent year, but he's no Demaryius Thomas. Look for the better game from Demaryius. Julian Edelson versus Eric Decker. I think Decker is going to be the go-to guy this weekend, like I said before, for Manning. As Welker and Thomas are both going to be double covered, leaving Decker open for a bunch of catches. As far as running games, I stated earlier, Denver has the number 3 stop D in the league, and it showed up in spades last weekend against Jamal Charles. So Pat's rushing might amass maybe 60, maybe 80 yards between the 3 backs. Sean Marino hasn't had a breakout game in the last 2 weeks. But I think that's going to change this weekend as the Pats' run stop D is ranked 27th in the league. Sorry, that's just bad. Against a back like Sean has been this year, no, not happening. Look for Sean to get 120, 130 plus a TD, maybe a receiving TD. Look for this one to be high scoring. Broncos 31, Pats 24. Broncos go to 10-1, Pats fall to 7-4. See you next week for the game of the week. And don't forget, if you like what you hear, sign up for my subscription on YouTube.